Yeah, I can't really speak for the defense, but on offense, after on that second drive when we got a couple penalties, preset penalties, I feel like that kind of killed our momentum for a little bit. We just weren't fundamentally sound. We didn't have the detail and the precision that we needed to come into this game. We started off hot, but we got to stay consistent. We can't drop off like that, and that hurts our team. That hurts our defense because we're trying to get the momentum up for them to go out there and play well.
How tough is it for you guys in a game like that when, kind of the game flow takes the running game out of the equation and is kind of more on you guys' shoulders?
Yeah, if we did that every single week, I wouldn't care. Whatever I have to do to, get this win for this team, I would. But on my end, I do have to be better with the ball. I can't keep turning the ball over, and giving them 3 points because, that hurts our defense a lot. And I gotta, make the play in the red zone. We haven't been good in the red zone in the past 2 weeks, and that's on me. So, I can't miss throws like that, wide open like today. So I gotta be better.
How deflating after winning 7 in a row is it to be here right now?
It's deflating, all the work that you put in to get to 7-0, and then those 2 losses come out like that. It's tough to move on, but we have a bunch of leaders in our locker room that are resilient, and we're gonna put this aside, and we'll focus day in, day out, and work on the next day, and go in the next game, focusing play on play, and continue from there.
What do you think of Jalen's performance today?
Jalen's awesome. Come back home to his hometown, and balling out like that in front of his family. It's awesome to see. It's just it just wasn't enough today for us, and Jalen knows it too. Us two got to be better. Leading this offense, leading this defense, and that ultimately what it comes down to.
The goal we've heard all season is to go out and win a Big 12 championship. It appears that's still a possibility. How much at the forefront of your mind, in this team's mind, is that goal?
Yeah, it's in our forefront, but I'm not focused on that right now. After these 2 losses, I want to focus on Cincinnati in that next game and getting a win, getting back on track, and getting back the momentum that we need.
Rocco, when's the last time you felt like this offense was in rhythm?
I would say West Virginia. I feel like we had a really good game plan, and we executed really well. And since then, we've been kind of on and off, haven't been consistent, and that starts with the leaders. That starts with me, and so we got to be better preparing in the weight room, in the film room, and on the field. So we just got to tweak a couple things here and there, but we're so close.
We'll take one more for Rocco if anyone has it.
What can you take away from those pair of 70-yard touchdown drives you guys had in the fourth quarter when the offense was as fast-paced as it was?
Yeah, we don't give up. All season we haven't given up, even when we were down a lot. So, when you come back like that, you got to stay consistent. You can't make bad plays because then just put you back another step with the pick. And so, like I said earlier, I got to be better in those scenarios, and we'll get back to work.
Small details. I feel like we beat ourselves all the time in this stretch of games. Even going back to UCF, even though we won the game, we haven't played how we wanted to. So small details are hurting ourselves and putting ourselves in positions that we shouldn't be in. So we just can't do that.
What was that opening drive like? You go 99 yards, you get the touchdown pass. It felt like you were in rhythm then, and just couldn't build off it, I guess.
Yeah, the open drive was nice to get us going, scoring the first drive, got all the looks we thought we would get. We just got to be able to build off that first drive.
Jalen, you talked earlier in the week about your excitement for coming back here and playing at the stadium. Just what was that experience like for you?
It was great just to be able to play in a stadium I grew up coming to and watching my favorite team. It was an experience I'll never forget.
How do you rally and move forward, knowing that the goal to still win the Big 12 championship is still a possibility?
Yeah, we know we have everything ahead of us. The goal that we want to accomplish is still there. Like Rocco said earlier, we're focused on Cincinnati. It's one step at a time. We got to be able to prepare this week and go out there and compete against those guys because they're a good team.
Is it a little bit different locker room tonight than what it was last week? You guys were right there till the very end, and a little different scenario tonight. What did you kind of have to say to the team?
Yeah, we just got to come back tomorrow and attack. I wouldn't say it's a different vibe because we lost. Anytime we lose, it's going to hurt. And we know we got to be better. So my message to the guys was we just got to come in tomorrow, no complaining, guys ready to go, attack the weight room, attack the film room, and we just got to be better at preparing throughout the week.
Last question for Jalen, if anyone has it.
Jalen, over the last couple of weeks, did you ever detect the sense that
starting to look ahead, look too far down the line?
No, our leadership wouldn't allow that to happen. We just got to prepare better.
Thank you, John.
What does that look like for you guys here in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, we'll just look at the film. The coaches will tell us the adjustments we got to make, and we just got to hone into our detail and, you know, just go back to the drawing board. We don't got to erase what we've been doing. I mean, it was successful before the last 2 games, so it's not like we got to recreate the wheel.
So many guys in and out of the lineups, all 3 levels. I mean, how much pressure does that put on you guys to just be perfect in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's November football. I feel like everybody has their back against the wall. I mean, Kansas had their back against the wall and they just came to play. That was really the difference tonight. I don't think I really put that on any other young guys. I feel like that really falls on leadership. You know, personally, I didn't play well enough tonight for us to win. You know, I just got to be better. You know, all the leaders on defense, we just got to be better. So, as a defense, how far away do you feel like you guys are from who you were 3 weeks ago, a month ago, when the results were much better? Yeah, right. I mean, I just feel like a lot of people know what we're doing now, and you know, you can't disguise certain things, and that just means we just got to be completely honed in on our fundamental and detail and have your eyes in the right place. If we don't have our eyes in the right place, people will take advantage of us. So, I mean, we're missing by a hair. And, I mean, it just looks like it's really bad because, I mean, people know what we're doing now. So.
How difficult is it against a quarterback of Daniel's caliber to produce enough pressure on him, but then also when you do get pressure, stop him from turning it into like a 10-yard improv run?
Right. I mean, as you talked about, I mean, he's an elite quarterback. I feel like we had a pretty good game plan going into there, and I mean, we're a little off on some of the details and things like that. And you know, as I said, especially when you're talking about the front, I don't think you can point fingers at anybody on the front except me. I mean, it falls on me. I mean, I want to be, you know, the guy that steps in the front and be the head of the snake. So, and I didn't play good enough tonight. So it really falls on me.
We haven't seen a lot of big chunk games against this defense like we've seen tonight. Did you notice a through line between any of those big plays?
Yeah, I mean, they just had a really good plan for us, and as I've said, I mean, if you don't have your eyes in the right place, or you're a second off, man, you're 10 yards behind. You know, that's the difference between being in the A gap and being in the B gap and then gashing us. And we were just a little bit off tonight, and they caught us. So,
Last question, Travis.
Is when you can't disguise or confuse an offense, is execution the only solution to offsetting that? Yeah, I mean, execution at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You don't got to run anything crazy. I mean, I feel like you guys always talk about the 3-3-5 defense, right? And they know what we run too. So, I mean, at this point, it's November football. I mean, no mistakes November, right? And if you're just off by a little bit, it's going to show at the end of the scoreboard. And we were off today, so we just got to get better.
Thanks,
Rolling
Jay.
downhill for Kansas, obviously 4 straight touchdown drives there. Just how tough were some of those moments there in the first and second quarters?
Yeah, I mean, that's unacceptable. Defensively, we can't allow that. You know, it just is tough on the team. We can't let that happen, and you know, we're not going to let that happen again.
The success you guys have had this year and historically, and the pride that you take in that, how do you process this moment when the results aren't there for you guys?
Yeah, like I said, it's unacceptable what we did today. So we got to have, you know, the humility to look at our mistakes, look at the weaknesses of ourselves individually, collectively, and just go back to work and be the best version of ourselves, you know, starting tomorrow.
With so many guys at all 3 levels, in and out of the lineup, how much stress does that kind of put on you guys to be perfect in a game like this?
I think you just need to be your best every single play, no matter, you know, what the circumstance is, no matter who's in. You know, like JR said earlier, it's November football, so we've all had the experience that we need to be able to go out and execute, but we just didn't. And we're gonna look at the film and find out, you know, what we need to work on, and we'll get it fixed.
As a veteran leader on this team, you've seen it all. What do you expect the response to be after, you know, 2 losses in a row?
You know, there's not going to be a flinch in the locker room. I can tell you that. Me and the leadership, we're going to hold everyone accountable to that. You know, no moping around, no excuses, no complaining. Because, you know, what we put on that film is who we are. So we're going to go back to work and get better.
Coach Campbell always talks about how you, as a leader, and some of the other seniors on this team have been through some really hard stuff. Can you kind of maybe draw on some of that experience of some of the bad times when you are in a situation like this?
Yeah, we've gone through adversity in years past, so it's nothing new, but we just have to respond to it. You know, that's going to tell the character of this team, of how we respond to these losses and how we play moving forward.
Thanks, Bo.